We have a very wide variety of products on our list. Every horse out there deserves to have the health. And there's getting to be more and more people that don't have the ability to have land. It's up to us as horse owners to put that variety back in their system. And that's what we provide in a package is variety.
Good morning, everybody. Hello on the third day and final day of Magnacon. So happy to hear and see all you guys again. I hope you've already taken advantage of the sessions that have already happened today. We've had some great stuff. We're going to talk with Jessica Crenshaw, who's the Director of Customer Success here, in a little bit, but just wanted to recap kind of yesterday. Just, again, what a wonderful day. We had all these great sessions, some really good information on how to grow your business, some really good scientific sessions with Dr. Padula and others. And then, we last night, if you were in person, I'm sorry that you missed it, but we went to Churchill Downs and had a pretty good time. Did you win any money?
I won money.
She won money. See?
Yeah, twice.
So,
2 races.
2?
Yep.
She's going to quit now and become a professional handicapper, and we're going to lose her to the horse racing industry. All right, well, good.
That was the plan. It was always the plan.
But yeah, so again, I know you virtual people are probably, like, I just can't make it. I'm so sorry. I wish I was there. But yeah, so in 2 years from now, like, start planning for it because I know we're going to get even bigger and even better. But we had a Magnawave race, so a race named after Magnawave. And I think Jose Ortiz, a Magnawave user for himself and for his horses, won the race, which is fantastic, right? And again, if you don't remember this little tidbit, 12 of the last 16 Kentucky Derby winners have been horses that use Magnawave, including Golden Tempo, whose owner, trainer, Cherie DeVoe, I believe, has like 5 machines or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so here's the agenda for today. So these sessions are going to be a little longer. I'm going to try not to just yap for 30 minutes. We might take a little break and then come back. But the agenda for today, again, we already had some hands-on sessions, and if you're not here, just so you guys are in the loop of what was happening, we actually had a cow outside the hotel. So where else are you going to go and have a cow sitting outside of a hotel except Magnacon, right?
Right.
And the cow's name was Molly.
Yep.
And she said she's pretty cute.
That's what I heard. That's my next stop is to go out. I've also heard she's very snuggly. And I've never heard that adjective
for a cow.
For a cow, so I'm ready to see it.
And I think this cow Molly has actually won like events, and it is like I don't know what this cow is, but anyway, so that's going on. But more importantly, all right, let's get to why we're all here and what we're really doing here. We are having Magnacon not only to educate you, but to help you save money, to help you grow your business, to allow you access to new machines, obviously the M line, but all our other machines, all our other attachments at prices that you're just not going to get any other time because we just frankly can't afford it. So as you can see here, we have the OraWave. Right now it's $83.60. Like it's usually $11,360. So that's a huge discount. I mean, that is what? Yeah, it's $3,600 off. Sorry, I can't read that far, but I got my little sheet here, so we should be good. $3,600 off, right? So, I mean, today's the day, right? We're good through Sunday, but I would want to get it in today because I know that your product specialists, your CCMs, they're going to be available. Of course, they'll be available this weekend as well. But if you really want to get to them, you have questions, like now's the time to do it. Today's the day to pull the trigger if you haven't already. And one other thing, if you really like the OraWave and you're also thinking about the M-Line machines, so whether you purchase the M20 or the M40, which is, again, both of those are discounted by $6,000 off the retail machine. But if you pre-ordered that now, you can also get an OraWave, which, again, is a $12,000 machine, for $6,960, which is a $5,000. Well, it's $5,000 off, right? So if you are in the position where you want an inline machine, but you also want that Oral Wave machine, which is a super powerful machine for humans, we can even help you out more there. So, again, huge discounts on everything from the machines, the products that we have in the store, whether it's shirts, swag bags and pop sockets, and this thing is supposed to be for immunity and hangovers and stuff like that. I was at Churchill Downs last night, so I'm testing it out.
Yeah.
So
Is
far,
it
so
working?
good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, do I seem bad?
No, you are. I mean, from last night to here, I'm impressed. I think the patch is
wasn't
really
that
working.
bad last night.
No.
Come on, man. Like, we're all responsible adults here.
For sure. I mean,
Especially
no
at
judgment,
Magnacon.
but I'm just saying, like, the patch is doing its job. That's
Yeah,
good.
and also, just so you know, on the way to Churchill Downs, we had, 9 buses?
Yeah.
And we had coolers on all those buses. So, we like to have a little fun, too. So, it's
Yep.
work, it's play. You know us. Then on the screen now, you see our hyperbaric chambers. So, if you are in the wellness industry or just simply interested in wellness for yourself, where else can you get a hyperbaric chamber? And I think it's 94% oxygen. Like,
Yeah,
and so, like, the
it's
ones
a
at the
soft
hospital,
shell.
what's that?
It's a soft shell.
Soft shell, yeah.
Yep.
And I think the hospital ones they're the 100 ones. But those are the hospital ones. If you open that thing up, like, bad stuff happens. So
Right, but these don't.
These don't. So these are a lot safer.
Yes.
And they can fit at your home. They can fit in your wellness center. They can fit in your gym. If you
It's
have
very
something going on.
popular, too. Apparently, there has
Yeah.
been
A
a
lot.
line of people to use it here at the conference.
Absolutely. And again, the pricing off on that is significant from what we were typically offering. So a hyperbaric chamber, you can have that. I mean, where else can you get that? And of course, you also when you get that, you are also getting the Magnawave, the Magnawave, the Orwell backing. And what I mean by backing is that you have Elaine, you have Crenshaw, you have me, you have your CCM. So we have your back. We're going to train you. Corey, who is our expert on hyperbarics, that runs our Wi-Fi team. So again, we are not I don't talk bad about our competitors because that's just bad form, right? And we don't need to. But I know that if you go to other places,
live.
what's that?
At least not on the live.
Not I kind of want to dive it, but no. What I'm trying to get at, and I think everyone knows this, is that what happens. I mean, other places you buy something and they take your money and they go away. And I know that everyone out there that has purchased from Magnawave already, which is probably 99% of you, that's not the case. I know we don't always answer all your questions because we can't get to them. I know sometimes we do some frustrating things when you're sending some emails and it's a weird question and we don't get back to you. But I promise you that my team, everyone's team, we try our damnedest and our hardest to give you the best service possible. So I hope you understand that.
That's why we switched things up too a little bit.
Right, and that's again we had some conversations about the switch between AEs and CCMs, and I know not everybody's happy with that, and I totally get it. But again, if you understand the intent behind it, and then that whole intent behind it is to serve you better, and that's strictly it. And maybe maybe it will work, maybe it won't, but the idea is to help serve you guys better. And if we need to tweak it, we can. I mean, this whole thing we do, and you guys hear Elaine all the time, it's iteration, right? Like, we can always get better. We're always looking to get better, and that's from a operational standpoint, but it's also from a standpoint for our machines. Like, that's why the inline came out, right? Like, how do we have the tuner ring, right? How do we not have that stupid on and off switch that breaks because you're running it through a barn and you're pressing down on it, or you rent it out to somebody and they're just hitting it like a kid and it breaks and you have to send it in. So, we're not just sitting around being like, all right, we got some machines here, give us some money. We're always, you guys heard it, Lane. We're always trying to make our machines better. We're trying to elevate and push PEMF as a therapy. And if you heard me talk yesterday with Woody, you know that we were talking to the UFC, sports agencies, college athletics, all the major athletic teams. We're talking to people in Europe. So we are growing this, and as we continue to grow, and we will, because that's my job. And I like to think I'm good at my job. I try to be. We're going to grow this thing so it makes it easier for you guys when you go out to whomever or whatever, and you mention, hey, PEMF, or hey, hyperbaric. I got this hyperbaric thing. If you want a session, it's $100. A session. They're like, I know exactly what that is. I've heard it works. Tell me more. All right. So I'll shut up here for a second. We are going to give something away by the end of this, so over $1,000 worth of value. Let's see here. Let's see if we have any questions. Anna, our trusty intern, let's go. What do we got?
All right, we've got a few questions. The biggest one being asked right now is where do we see the M line pricing?
Sure. So we could probably, I don't know if we could pop it up or not. If we don't have it, I don't know if we have it or not. But I can tell you what it is right now. So the M20, right? The retail for that is $29,960. So let's say 30K. Okay. The discount we have right now on that, if you wanted to pre-order it, this is the M20, is $24,000. So that's $6,000 off. Okay. For the M40, which is basically your duo machine, right? You have both. That machine's awesome.
Yep.
It's super strong, but that is typically about $35,000 at list, and then we're offering it for $29,000 through Sunday, which again is another $6,000 off. And again, if you buy one of those machines and pre-order one of those, you could also add on an AuraWave for $5,960, so another $5,000 value. I think we don't have a link to that pricing, or we didn't put it on there, simply because we only released it or revealed it yesterday, right? Or
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So I don't know what date it is, but we will have that out there. And of course, once Magnacon wraps up, I imagine it'll be on our website, and we'll be able to look at that. And of course, call your product specialist or email us or something. Like we'll be able to walk it through you. If you have a trade-in, we're doing trade-ins, right? Let's see what you got, and we can tell you what we can get you for it. What up?
All right, and then another big question being asked is what is the Magnacare program and how can we get signed up for that?
So there was a session on that. All right, yeah, there was. Was there a session on it? I think there was a session on it.
Yes.
So Sarah Totis, who is our director of social media, is the brains behind that with Elaine. And really what that is trying to get nonprofits to help out. So if you go to magnawavepmf.com, our website, like /Magnacares, and click that, that'll take you to that page, and it will go all the way through it. I don't want to undersell it by talking about it. I'm not an expert on it, but basically it's, we did this 25 days of giving in December, right? So we gave away 25 machines, right? We're not all about, hey, just give us money. We don't want to give back, and I think you guys know Elaine gives back all the time. So for the Magnacare program, really we want to see these nonprofits, these 501cs that need some help, or figure out where we can donate some machines, where we can offer what we do and how we help people that are less fortunate, or whether it's animal, human, or whatever. So that is the Magnacare program, the gist of it. But again, go to magnawavepmf.com /Magnacares, and that should take you to the website, which will have all the details.
Which just to interject
please.
Which I think also kind of shows the heart of this company,
Right.
And its leadership is, we're passionate about the technology and want to try to reach as many people as possible. And I think that that's ultimately the goal, is that giving back and donating time. If you've been looking for a way to do that, we've created that way because we want to support getting this technology out and helping as many people and animals as possible.
Absolutely. Right. And that's, again, that is the thing. I mean, you guys as practitioners, we have this unique position and unique opportunity that we are, you're selling to your clients the science. It's a personal thing, right? Because we're helping you, the human, helping you, the animal, or helping your animal. But we have the science too. So it's like a twofold thing where it's the human connection and the scientific connection. And where do you get that, right? Like where it's like, I have this really cool new science that not a lot of people know about. It's been around forever, but it's just now coming to the front line. And there's electrodes and diodes, and there's pulse precision technology coming through there. And again, that inline is the most consistent you're ever going to get. You can control the hertz. I mean, this is crazy stuff what it could do, and it's only going to get cooler and better, and more people are going to know about it. But nonetheless, being able to have that ability to talk about the science of what it does, how it oxygenates the blood, how it helps the recovery. I mean, you guys have seen it on your horses, your pigs, your dogs. What it does. You've seen the results. So, again, for myself, I got a bad hip, right? I use that on my hip, and it makes me feel better. I can walk better. And it's I can talk about the science of it to my friends and my doctors. And then I can also talk about the human element of it. this is how cool it is that it works, and then I can walk around and I feel better. So it's like it's the human and it's the science piece all coming together. And again, I just think that tells a really cool story. And
Absolutely.
we're very fortunate, uh, Jessica and I, to be employees at Magnawave, but also you guys are to be ambassadors of what we do.
Absolutely.
Anna, we got some more questions?
Back to the M line. Nicole wants to know if these prices end tonight, like the discount, or do they end on Sunday?
So, expires Sunday, that's the 14th, yes? June 14th at midnight. And listen, I know what Elaine will do sometimes. She'll be like, well, let's extend it out. I have asked her specifically not to do that. And that's not to stick it to anybody. It's just, we just need to have a hard deadline. Again, we have tons of stuff out there, heavily discounted. And we need to get it in because we need to get the pre-orders in so you get machines faster anyway. But yeah, we're going to hold tight on that. So Sunday, midnight, we got to get it in.
And last question I have right now is Jessica, our girl Jessica, wants to know
Jessica.
if the winners of the giveaways can be posted in the app, and also if virtual attendees were in the wheel that spins in the ballroom or just on the virtual show.
So just in the virtual show, there the ballroom ones are people just in person, and that's because we want to make it fair, like or more people to win, right? It's like if we had everybody just was in the one thing, one person would win. Instead of that, now we have two people winning, right? You people on the in virtual and those people in person. So speaking of that, we're going to give something away, but we got about 13 minutes left here before we pop off. And by the way, we will be back on at 12 o'clock. And listen, at 12 o'clock noon, I have a monster guest, Courtney DeHoff. She talked. If you don't know who she is, look her up. If you saw her talk 2 days ago, you know it was amazing. I'm not even going to get into it because she's going to talk about it, but look her up, Courtney DeHoff, DeHoff. Google her if you don't know who she is. She's going to be with me at noon to talk to you guys, and you're going to love it. But let's talk about Jessica Crenshaw, our Director of Customer Success, and what she's doing. So you guys have probably heard that we're revamping our education portal, and we're doing all this cool stuff. Jessica's been working so hard to do this, so all the credit to you for doing it because you've done an amazing job. But let people know what they can expect.
Yeah, so Empower is gonna launch in August, and what that is our new education ecosystem, if you will. So everything in education will live in Empower. There's going to be Magnawave and Orwell, plus other collaborations with M3 Learning. We're Pat Pirelli collaboration. Like there's ways of our rock. Red light training, all of that's going to live under the umbrella of Empower. And when we started, so the reason behind kind of changing things up, because I know that changing can be really challenging.
Change is very hard.
But there was an issue with, everybody was kind of in the same bucket. People who wanted to use the machine for personal use, and then people who wanted to use the machine for business.
Right.
And so those are two different reasons for learning, whatever that looks like, okay? So we had to split those people up and then start putting in all of that education magic of scaffolding learning and making sure that people are accessing the information, remembering it, so that when we say, yes, this is a Magnawave practitioner, then we know that it's streamlined to this Magnawave practitioner in this area will give you the same service as this Magnawave practitioner in this area. So those are some of the issues that we set out to fix. It was challenging at first, I'll be honest. There was a lot. This is probably the fourth iteration of the education. So I know that you've probably been hearing, it's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out. But we didn't want to hand off something that was going to continue to cause problems.
Right, no, get it right.
Right. So that's, where we went to. And it's going to be great. August. Where in terms of business, there's going to be a lot more support in business. We've separated out to where the user videos are just that, how to use your machine, a little bit about MagnaWave. Who are your CCMs? Who's support? Who's education? When do you reach out to those? But then also the certification pieces. The language has changed and said, here's PEMF, here's a little bit of a deeper dive into PEMF, and here's why it's important so that you're able to explain that to a client. Here's what you say to a client. We've also added a course, Professional Practices and Business Foundations.
Yes,
So that's going to help guide you and support you in what that looks like to launch a business or revamp a business, whatever it is that you're needing. And those courses, we're going to be pumping out courses throughout the year as well.
Yeah, so guys, education is so important to what we do, to what you guys do rather. And again, just like with everything else, like we knew we had to make a change. We listened, we took the feedback, and we made things better. And so in August, I think you're going to see a whole new thing. If you have people that are looking to start a business, a practitioner business, they're going to have we have ability to work with a business builder coach. There's a lot of things we're going to be doing here to help you guys expand your business. We know, we hear that stuff. That's why a lot of the sessions that you've seen already are like, how do I get more clients? How do I charge my clients? Do I have packages or memberships? We've got a lot of good information out there. Like social media, Lane and Sarah just went live, before this, but now it's going to be tied with the education. So you yourself as a practitioner or an aspiring practitioner will have that education, that knowledge base. So when you go to a new person that you're trying to sell to, or you're talking to somebody and while you're giving a session on a horse, you're going to feel confident, prepared, and when they ask the questions that you have to answer, you're going to know how to answer those questions, again, confidently, calmly, and really explain, hey, again, here's the science behind it, and here's how it works, here's how it helps, and also I'm certified in it, so
Yeah.
I got the paper, dog.
And you mentioned the coaching too, and that's, I think, one of the biggest things I'm most excited about is that idea that we're making connections. And when I tell you I'm excited about who we've been talking to, I'm thrilled. I think that it's going to be a game changer for our practitioners in terms of support. I'm not going to give anything away just yet, but it's going to be great. So August is when we're going to be launching things.
We'll finally be calmed down for Magnacon in August, right? Jessica Woolsey says, PMF 101 was amazing when I tested it. So much easier to use. Hell yeah, right, Jessica? Absolutely.
Well,
great feedback. And we appreciate testing that, by the way.
Yes.
We love
yes,
it.
thank you.
You know that, though. I hope you know that by now. So anything else to say about that? Are we good?
No, unless there's more questions
any
about...
questions? Anna's looking at Facebook, something else.
Looks like we have one more question about the M line again. It says, I see the poster shows an M10. What is the M10 and when will that be ready to see?
So the M10 is going to be kind of like the Semi-10. August, I think, is when that's going to be coming out. But you could just imagine that being the Semi-10, but more, again, with the tuning ring, still with the Hertz availability to dial that in. But yeah, I just think of 10, 20, 40, right? The M10, Semi-10, M20 is like the Maya, and then the M40 is like the Julia Duo.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just stronger, a lot more dialed in, a lot more concise, and more consistent as well. All right, let's see here.
Doing a giveaway?
We're going to do a giveaway. Do we want to get something away?
Like you said that, and then you're like, and go talk about this. So
well, I'm like,
I'm here to do that.
Let's give it away, but
I think they want to give away.
Carolyn Dingler says, please reintroduce the lady doing education info. That's her. That is Jessica Crenshaw.
That's me.
The Director of Customer Success. So Carolyn, if you have any questions for Jessica, you can reach her at J Crenshaw at magnawavepmf.com.
Or reach out to the education line as well.
Education.
Carson, she's part of this team and has been phenomenal.
Yeah, we should definitely mention Carson Tanner, who's works with Jessica very, very closely, works with all of us. She's actually the one that's doing the hands-on with the cows and the horses out there. So she's sitting outside in the super humidity. So
she's incredible.
She's incredible. She's been with the company for 8 years.
5.
5. Okay, 5, 8, same thing.
I'm sure sometimes she would say it feels like that.
But so Carson, Jessica are your contacts. And again, if you do have a CCM, they can talk to you a little bit about it and obviously put you in the right direction. So, All right. Any other questions from Facebook or anything, Anna?
What is the pricing on the M10?
Don't have that right now. So haven't figured that out yet. But you'll be the first to know. I can't give you guys everything. Come on, man. Like we're giving away so much. I have a list of stuff. Dom's got stuff pulling up here. I mean, if I just keep throwing crap at you, you don't know what to do. Like you're gonna have too much choice. You know, we should just put 3 things in there. Pick one.
Yeah.
But all right, I promise I'm gonna shut up. But I'm not gonna shut up until I give something away. So what are we giving away? Crenshaw, would you mind?
Dana White.
Oh my gosh. What do we have here? We have large wave wings. So we have $1,100 value of large wave wings. I think everyone knows what to do with these. I like to put them over my back like Woody was talking about yesterday. You can do that with the XL wave wings or those. Obviously, if you have a horse, a cow or something like that, just throw it right over the shoulders, let it hang out. Horse is going to sit there and start yawning, licking, doing all that stuff. But let's see here. So again, $1,100 value. Oh, dang it. I'm teasing you guys. Let's talk about what to expect the rest of the day. Let's figure that out first.
Ooh, that was mean.
Well, you got to build some suspense when we have 30 minutes to go. All right. So we'll wrap this up here at 11. Then we have a few sessions out there. So if you guys want to know about the AOPP and some regulatory information for equine, which is everybody, Lauren Fager and we'll be talking right after this, and then we'll be back here live at 12. Again, I'll have Courtney DeHoff. You have to be here for it. Like if you don't be here for it, and that's going to be on Facebook, the virtual stuff, because everyone's got to hear that, right? So we'll do that at 12. We'll wrap up at 12:30. Then we have a couple sessions on PMF, lessening clinical signs of osteoarthritis with Dr. Carly Fedorka. What horses taught me about healing with Kat. Grow your business with digital marketing with Sarah. So again, as we're talking about, at 12:30, you can talk to Sarah Totis. You can ask her. I'll also ask her about Magnacon in that session if you want. Then we'll be back here at 1:30, and I have also at 1:30 I have Jessica McCauley. She is basically our director of research. So she's doing a lot of clinical trials, or trying to figure out the right trials to do. But she's like a product marketing and research. So she's doing a lot of cool shit, guys. So she's going to come in and talk about what we've done and what we're planning on doing. And I think that's just, again, what we're spending money to try to figure out and get data on PEMF and how it helps everybody and how it fixes everybody, so we can continue to grow not only ourselves but give that information to you guys so you can grow your business. Like this is what it's all about. You've heard Elaine say that. We don't just make it up. We live it every day. So that'll be her at 1:30, and then we have, let's see here, the next one after that, the last one we'll have is hold on, guys. I'm sorry here. I want to make sure it's good. I believe at 4 o'clock is when, or do we go to 2:45? Oh, yeah, we do have a 2:45. I apologize. So we'll do that. And again, all these are going to have giveaways, so 2:45. And then we'll have a 4 p.m., and that will be the wrap-up for the virtual. And your girl, Elaine Pauly, will be sitting right here to say how much she loves you and all that good stuff. All right. I promise I'm done talking about that kind of stuff. Let's give it away. So let me see the large wave wings, $1,100 value. Let's rock and roll. Let's figure out who the big winner is. Wendy Risto. Wendy, congratulations. You won some large wave wings, and we will get those out to you. You can reach out to us too, whatever you want to do. We know where you live, and we'll get them out to you. But listen, guys, I really appreciate everything. Let's check the comments real quick to see if got anything else. For the Empower, what am I supposed to put for the location when I'm a candidate, and that's not an option? Janelle, that's an interesting question. I don't want to give you the wrong information, so I'm not going to answer it because I don't know. But that's something we can take offline and figure out. Sheena, hey, woohoo. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, listen, guys, take a little break, hop into the sessions. We'll see you back here again at noon, again with Courtney. Listen, thank you so much for being so kind and so nice. We love you. Cheers.
Thanks.